Nothing prepares you for deep space. The vastness of it all. Some say it makes them feel small, insignificant. I can't say I share that feeling. I helped make this ship, the Persistence. She feels like mine. All that power. How could anyone feel insignificant next to that possibility? I have one hope to save her, to save myself. I have to make a person, shape flesh from their genetic pattern, link it to a digital copy of their mind. If anyone is going to escape the Persistence alive, it is going to depend on this person I am bringing back to life. It's going to depend on you. On you never giving up. Together, we have to keep going. It's time to go.
Did something happen? This body feels like it was just printed.
Oh, Zimri, you don't know how good it is to hear from you. Your new muscles are going to be stiff, so make sure you look around. Move your head about, please. Now open the blast shutters. I need to show you something. There was a spark gap event on the last singularity jump. Ripped us, of course.
Black hole? Where the hell are we, Serena?
Listen, the deck portal is out. I need you to recover a data module from the story. I'll unlock the door for you. There's a barricade just beyond the door into the storeroom. Please take a closer look. Please go over to the barricade inside the storeroom entrance. Use the microporter in your suit to cross this barricade.
Why is the storeroom barricaded?
One step at a time. I'm unlocking the storeroom.
Brace yourself.
That's me.
It looks like you, but it's just me now. It's dead, but you're still alive, okay? Please, pick up that harvester. Now use that harvester on your old body. We need your DNA for printing future clones. It's just you and me. I'm afraid. We're the last survivors. The data module is right next to your old body. You can't miss it. That's the data module we need. Right. Put that into the deck portal in the other room, please. Retrace your steps to where we started. The deck portal is right next to the clone printer. I'm powering up the portal now.
What the hell is going on, Serena?
When we misjumped, it fried a lot of key systems. The clone printer here still works, but the auxiliary... well, it's printing bodies, but they aren't human. I need you to be strong, Zima. No one else can help us now. Watch yourself. There's one of them ahead.
I see it.
You need to creep up carefully from behind. Crouch if you have to. If you can inject a dart from your harvester at the back of the neck, you can extract some high-quality stem cells from its spinal cord.
Understood.
Nicely done. The console should open that door. Another one.
Is there a shield in this suit?
Yes, but it only lasts a moment. You'll have to time your parry carefully. Try it again. That's it. Now you just have to time your attack. You did it! I knew you were up to this, Imri. There's a lot of them out there, so don't be afraid to use stealth. You can't fight them all, you know. You might want your flashlight here. Picking up some slow movement near you. Could be listeners.
What's the profile?
Top of the head hasn't formed properly. But watch yourself. They're printed with a pistol and not shy about opening fire.
Well, that's something we have in common.
I'm eating dinner. That's why I gotta stop every few seconds. Trying to eat food.
Okay, what's the priority?
Iris is on this deck. You could head over to her and get the jump vectors calculated.
Understood.
Just watch yourself, please. Those things are out there. And they are out for you.
That could have gone better.
They got your host body, that's all. I printed you another. This is our one safe place. But I'm sorry. You have to go out again. I'm counting on you, Zimri. I know you can do this.
The layout's changed.
The macrostructure configurator has been on the fritz ever since the spark gap. Don't know if it's a malfunction or an effect of the black hole, but it keeps shuffling the deck models. There's an armory fabricated here if you want some extra firepower. You can use any Erebus tokens you find to unlock and upgrade weapons at these fabricators. Panels here are overloaded. Keep a wide berth from any that are arcing with electricity.
Insufficient dark matter. Please wait. .22 caliber. Rapid fire with perfect stability. To manage your inventory, hold the button displayed.
Getting some wicked power spikes near where you are.
What should I look for?
Any powered system could blow up under the wrong conditions. Even a hatch motor. Just be careful.
Fabricated in recovery.
Listeners are extremely sensitive to movement. So porting between cover might be a good defense next time.
Thanks. Good to know.
You can turn that schematic you found into something useful with this fabricator. You'll need the fab chips to execute the procedure, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward. Here, you can use the stem cells you've harvested to enhance your clones. I locked this portal to Deck 1. Expand it if you can find some additional deck modules.
I gotta take a 5-minute poop now. Gotta take a 5-minute poop and poop out all those calzones. Even though I'm taking a dump, I can move the controller. I can see the TV from the toilet. Alright, I'm wiping it. I'm wiping the hole. It's hard with them little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. It's hard with my little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. I'm still in the bathroom. Hold on a minute.
York City, the Dark Mutant Overlord is informed by one of his underlings that they are closing in on the location of the X-Men, much to the delight of Ensop and Nerve. At the mansion, Rogue treats Sunfire when Gambit stops by to say goodbye. The Rogue has moved on. They both sense that as he goes on a mission for Magneto, this is the last time they will ever see each other again. So they share a heartfelt goodbye. Above them, Nightcrawler confronts Magneto about his plan to
Taking my time. Getting ready. Be here all night.
but worries if they do nothing, this world is truly doomed. Though Nightcrawler, in this timeline a cold and vicious killer, has his doubts, he implicitly trusts Magneto more than anyone else, and puts his faith in his leader. In the X-Men's hangar, Quicksilver discovers Rogue, Blink, Sunfire, Sabretooth, and the mutant Wild...
Now I gotta roll a big old fatty. I gotta roll myself a big old fatty.
Especially frustrated at this, because the X-Men are on the eve of a planned evacuation of humans still living along North America's east coast. Rogue and the others will be needed for that mission. Morph and Sunfire both show up in the hangar, revealing they are going too. But Morph manages to lighten the mood and get Pietro to understand they can't prioritize the humans on the east coast over those being called in the west. Rogue admits to Quicksilver she couldn't bring herself to say goodbye to her husband Magneto, as it would imply she would never see him again. Promising to return, she and Pietro share a hug, and the team leaves. Observing this, Bishop approaches Quicksilver and asks why the X-Men are willing to sacrifice themselves for what he sees as a pretty futile effort. Pietro brusquely explains that this is their world and they will fight for it or die trying, regardless of what Bishop has to say. Still confused by his jumbled memories, Bishop still has enough sense of the original timeline to know that Professor Xavier would be very proud of these X-Men keeping hope alive in such dire circumstances. Far off, in a ruined city, a young 12-year-old mutant named Jubilee runs for her life. Apocalypse unleashed nuclear war on the world when she was only 6, and the young woman has known little else in the world other than the domain created in the fallout. Having stolen medical supplies, she is attacked and nearly overwhelmed by the Infinite Army, until she is rescued by 2 of her fellow team members, Sunspot and Hum. They are all part of a group of rebels known as the Externals. They go to deliver the supplies to a safe house for humans, where they meet up with their human liaison, Lila Cheney, who will distribute their supplies and informs the trio that the leader of the Externals, Gambit, has returned. The 3 are stunned to find him waiting for the group with Magneto. This is unexpected to the Externals, as Remy had a major falling out with the X-Men and Eric over his love for Rogue. Gambit reveals he has set aside those differences and agreed to a mission on behalf of Eric, surprising the team even further. But Gambit has become convinced that the nature of this mission is more important than just about anything else. With Eric's guidance, they sneak through some old tunnels once used by a group called the Morlocks before Apocalypse took over. They find a door where, according to one of Magneto's sources, inside is an experimental vault full of valuable scientific artifacts held by Apocalypse. They do indeed find a vast array of technology, but also a group of Magi waiting for them. The Magi are elite officers in the Infinite Army, clones of the mutant Jamie Madrox. They are all genetically programmed with a religious devotion to Apocalypse, and thus attack the Externals on sight. After a quick fight, the mutants are able to destroy the Magi, and with the help of Magneto's contact, a human researcher named Peter Corbeau, they are able to determine the Cran Crystal is currently in Shi'ar space. Magneto then reveals that Lila is actually a mutant, able to operate a unique machine stored here that will open a gateway to Shi'ar space. Lila herself was completely unaware of this, but Eric learned of such things after saving her from being a prisoner of Mr. Sinister years ago, who had been experimenting on Lila and had built this machine in the hopes that he might be able to use it on her one day. Lila is hooked up to the machine and quickly able to awaken her powers once exposed to a visor that shows her the stars of space. Just as she starts to open a portal to a Shi'ar world housing the crystal, the Infinite Army arrives. Magneto orders Remy and the Externals to guard Lila and go through the portal when it opens, while he holds off the forces of Apocalypse on his own. In a short time, Lila manages to open the portal and the externals dive through. The one high-ranking Infinite officer manages to slip past Magneto and follow the team through the gateway. The portal closes, leaving Eric mired in grief and fear. His plan to restore the timeline relies on Gambit and his team getting that crystal, but there is little more he can do for them at this point, and only hopes they will succeed. He apologizes to Peter, and Corbeau will be killed by Apocalypse over this, when the scientist's betrayal is discovered. Peter is only one of a small amount of humans granted his domain, that few others of his race enjoy. Corbeau bitterly dismisses these words, viewing Magneto as cynicism, and instead, to spite Apocalypse, he activates a self-destruct device within the vault, choosing to die here on his own terms. Magneto leaves him to his fate. In London, the Human Council asks Weapon X and Jean Grey for assistance with a mission. The two are given an advanced sentinel network, which they ride to Apocalypse's seawall in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This wall is designed to withstand the sentinels, allowing Apocalypse and his forces to ward off any attack from the surviving humans. The sentinel possessing new human technology located Logan onto a radar control tower. The two humans fall and break into the tower, and inside they are cybernetic like monster, one of many experimental creations by Mr. Jade separates the two, scaring off the monster with their powers and insisting to her partner that they focus on the mission at hand. A very limited window of time to use the forces call for reinforcements. Teleporting right now. Alex Summers viewing as
I'm coughing. Must be the virus. Omicron, Delta, Delta, Omicron, Vario, Kobold 13. What the fuck? That was a waste? The knife disappears? No wonder why this game is free. This game is free because it kinda sucks. This game kinda sucks. You can hardly see anything. You die with one hit. I'd rather play Toki. I'd rather play fucking Toki the Monkey Man. But I'm gonna play this until I die a couple times. Then erase it. I'm erasing this shit. As soon as I die 25 times, I'm erasing it. If I can't beat this game in 25 tries, I don't want it. Why would they show me that? Why would they show me that?
It's pitch black here. Try your flashlight.
Damn it!
Right. Let's get back to deck 1 and calculate the vectors for the jump.